Got a special little treat. Well, they really banged that box up. They did not give a damn. Okay. And before I guess I go any further into the video, I'm no longer using Fanatec in terms of steering wheels. I've had nothing but issues with them, which has forced me to buy this. And I guess it's a good and a bad thing. A good thing being I'm trying something new, and this is definitely new and definitely extreme. The bad, I still had to spend money. I recently picked up VRS's sim racing wheel base, and so if you don't know anything about that, that's a direct drive wheel base. Something that I have never actually experienced before. Now I'm not going to go over like the details of the difference between like direct motors and anything that isn't a direct drive motor because I'm kind of stupid, but just know that typically with direct drive motors you get higher newton meters of torque output as well as a faster response and better communication, more detailed response in sim racing games. So I believe this is the motor here. Oh, it is! Dope! Alright, so, oh man, why does it, it was easier to carry in the box. So this is pretty much what it normally looks like, and there's a second base that communicates with the computer and provides power here. Actually, I think it's upside down. I'm not really sure about the orientation here. This is like my first time doing anything, so yeah, this is going to be an experience for me and you here. So we've got the mounting bracket that they charge you extra for some reason. I mean, it's a pretty solid one, but I've seen some kits just come with it, but it's like an extra $50. Wheel adapter here. The wheel I got with it was from a little independent seller on Etsy. It's called PSP Studios, but that's what this wheel adapter is going to go for. You can use Fanatec wheels with direct drive, but that requires a third-party USB, and the installation for it is like, it was like over $100. Last but not least, this is the processor, the brains. I know a lot of companies do this as well, but VRS is a little different from maybe some of the cheaper options where they use a fanless design here, so it allows for a super small enclosure. So now that everything's out, I guess we just sort of have to set everything up. I think I want to start with mounting the wheel to my sim rig, and then we can go from there, but I might have to move a few things around. Alright, so first things first, with this rig, because it was sort of set up for the Fanatec wheel, we kind of got to adjust a few things here, like especially because now I don't have to actually tilt this little plane here. We can level that out, and then I got to do a lot of unplugging. This is going to be fun.
Alright, so after I stopped to Home Depot, I was able to get the screws required to mount the wheel to the adapter. Now, if you're wondering, the screw type, I believe, at least as Home Depot is concerned, the naming is M5.80. Make sure you get them in 50 mil increments, 50 millimeter lengths. This is the 50, 10 more, and it impacts with the plate, or at least the one I have, and so you see a little bit sticking out, but it's pretty tight there. As far as this is concerned here, I didn't know that I was just supposed to start screwing these in and it sort of acts as a clamp, but dear God, it is extremely hard to do it. Like, thank God I started lifting weights, because I don't think I would have been able to do that had I not been working out. But next is going to be to mount the base onto here. Now I've got T-nuts actually coming, but for right now, we're just gonna use these bad boys to mount it. These, I don't know the measurements of these, but these are not gonna be a permanent solution because they sort of stick out. But I just wanna get the sim rig set up, and so we have to take off this column here, which should be easy enough. I don't think I have to unscrew everything fully. Lift it out, put it on the floor, and then mount it, and hopefully we can start racing today. All right, these guys are both done. Time to get the thing mounted, but these are pretty on there. You must have washers on these or else it's going to move. I cannot stress that enough. Washers, get them. So definitely the hardest part about this is probably going to be lifting this and sort of aligning the holes because the motor itself is like 36 pounds. Trying to line up all 4 of these while hovering that is going to be a bit difficult. I'm hoping that this doesn't become a problem, but I had to use the washers on these, so I'm gonna really focus on trying to screw these as absolutely tight as possible. This is definitely one of those jobs where you need a second person. Oh my god, actually, wait a minute. Before I do this, let me set the height. I've got everything nailed in now, so I'm gonna push this back down and set it to the height that I actually want it at. That way I don't need to like have 30 pounds on it while trying to lower it and then also trying to screw in everything. Okay, now that this is moved, time to get the rig. Time to get the motor onto the rig. And this should be the final piece of this very hard puzzle. Okay, so we're almost done. I had to take off the steering wheel for a minute just because I needed to make a few adjustments, but everything is level. I'm probably gonna have to lower this a little bit more. I bought extra parts for this sim rig, so the brakes aren't going to be connected to the steering column anymore. It's actually going to be a separate thing, allowing me to move this forward and backwards freely, which is going to be very nice because this is just going to come and it's going to be a lot more like Formula 1 driver sitting position. One thing that I keep getting comments about is that I sit really far away from the steering wheel, and with this motor, it's even further away to the point where like my arms are almost like stretched all the way out. So in order to fix that, we're gonna do that. Those pieces are coming tomorrow. So, but if we can get this working today, tomorrow we will be installing everything else. But yeah, let's get the steering wheel on and then we can hook up the electronics to it and see if we can get this thing up and running. But we are almost done. Okay, so everything is hooked up now. We can start up iRacing and take this thing for a spin. This is at 15 Newton meters. Keep in mind, my previous wheel had 7. So we're more than double the strength and we're really far. Oh my God. Oh, that's nice. It's like it centers itself. I'm going way too fast. Oh God, I also can't. I can barely turn this wheel because I'm sitting so far away from it. But it self-centers like a real car, and even starts under braking starts going erratic. And even on the turns, it wants to self-center, so you can. Dear God. Yeah. Honestly, this is scary. I don't think I have enough. Oh man, and it's, oh my God. Yeah, it really likes to self-center. That's so weird. Oh God, yeah, I definitely need to move this chair. Alright, so as you can see, everything is complete on the rig. This is kind of the next day. I just wanted to get everything set up, and as far as I'm concerned, and as far as testing goes, everything seems to be working perfectly fine. Not really sure how to end this video other than I guess I hope that this sort of walk along with me number one encourages you to build your own 80/20 rig because it's super cheap, but also I hope I sort of gave a few pointers here and there, some things that you should avoid and some things that you want to maybe take into consideration when you're buying a direct drive wheel here. If I have any more tips, I'll just leave them in the description below, but I don't think I do. And I will leave a link to the direct drive wheel over there. Okay, bye.